Michelle, CEO and founder of How Not to Get Fired by HR Incorporated. Today, I hear you've had some problems with Title VII and retaliation. What's Title VII, you ask? Well, it's really important if you don't want to get fired by HR. It's the discrimination on color, race, sex, religion, national origin, or genetic information. So make sure you don't say anything nasty about your coworker that has to do with any of those topics. Violation of Title VII can make some people feel uncomfortable in the workplace, which could lead to complaints. And when complaints aren't handled properly, you get retaliation. So as you see, Title VII and retaliation go hand in hand. Through a few instructional videos, we're going to show you some really bad examples of retaliation and how to properly handle a situation when somebody has violated Title VII. It's all about crossing your T's and dotting your I's.
To get started, let's talk about our agenda for today. First, we'll provide you with a scenario of a violation of Title VII and discuss the mismanagement of the situation. Next, we'll go a bit further into the scenario to investigate what happens when management retaliates against a claimant. Finally, we'll talk a little bit about how we can resolve these kinds of issues in the workplace and recommendations on how to properly handle these kinds of situations.
Alright guys, thank you guys for coming for today's meeting. As you guys all know, the Diwali festival is coming up, so we're really looking for someone to cover our fashion segment for the festival. So do we have any ideas of who would want to take this assignment?
Oh wait, no, this is perfect for Anushka. Like all of that culture you have, I'm sure you have plenty of experience with all your brown people friends, taking your shoes off and eating things with your hands and dancing around, you know, like Jai-Ho! You know?
Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to talk to you about a comment that was made at the meeting. It made me a little uncomfortable.
What comment are you talking about?
Just what Shannon said about Diwali Fashion Week.
I think you're being a little too sensitive. I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to make a problem of this, right?
I mean, I felt this way before, and I just feel like it's kind of persistent.
Well, you know, we're also busy here, so if you just didn't make a problem out of it, it would be much easier for all of us. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Here are some questions following what happened in the scenario. What went wrong? Would you consider this an act of discrimination? If so, what kind? Who were the parties at fault in this scenario?
Hey,
Oh, hi.
are you taking off? It's 5 p.m.
Yeah. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, they put me on the night shift. I didn't even know we had a night shift.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So I just want to bring you here in today to tell you that your salary has been cut in half and you will now be making $14 an hour.
But that's the intern salary.
Hey, is it true they're moving into the Scranton office?
Yeah, they didn't give me any choice.
Isn't that like 3 hours away?
Yeah, my commute used to be 5 minutes and now it'll be 3 hours. Wow, it doesn't look like I have that much to do today.
You're fired.
These were some examples on how managers in the workplace can retaliate following a discrimination or harassment claim. Remember, retaliation occurs when an employer punishes an employee for engaging in legally protected activities. Let's talk a little about who's protected under retaliation. This includes someone who made a complaint about workplace discrimination or harassment, filed a charge about discrimination or harassment, participated in an investigation regarding these, or in any Equal Employment Opportunity Commission or related proceeding, or someone who has opposed unlawful conduct in the workplace. Can you name all the ways Anushka was retaliated against?
Hey, I just wanted to come and talk to you about a comment that was made at a meeting. It made me kind of uncomfortable and I don't really know who to go to.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but let's go walk over to HR. They're going to help you better resolve this issue.
Great, thanks.
Now we'll overview what should have happened during these events in the workplace. To start, any complaint about discrimination or harassment should be taken directly to the HR department. The employee must also be able to prove the discrimination or harassment by more than speculation to begin the investigation process formally. If you're not sure, it's safe to go ahead and involve the HR department to help assess the situation. Once HR has been involved, they'll be able to identify protections under Title VII and advise management on how to proceed. As mentioned before, it's important to make sure any decision makers and the employees involved have knowledge of all protected activities. The best strategy is for managers to work directly with the HR department regarding any decisions that would significantly affect any employees involved. HR will likely communicate to parties involved as necessary, including managers, those mentioned in the complaint, and the claimant themselves. Once the investigation is over, HR will work directly with those involved to establish a resolution.
Thanks for watching these instructional videos from How Not to Get Fired Incorporated. If you follow them closely, you won't get fired, unlike I did and had to start this company. Now, I hope I don't see you next week. Bye-bye.